Oh, don't film this. This is my scratch. We need that. Who's that girl's name that made us that really nice picture, Katie?
Yes.
We need her to do this. But we usually in the winter, Nancy and I sit down with Steve and my dad, and we make a map of the farm and where we're going to plant everything. But we never did it. We just realized today we're starting to plant. We're like, where's everything going to go? So I was kind of sketching this out here. I should say hi, friends, and welcome back. But
welcome back to craziness. That's what you would say.
It's going to be craziness. Yeah, it's been craziness the last couple of days because it got warm really fast, which meant we had to like move stuff out of the greenhouse and move stuff in the greenhouse and move stuff around. And we're cutting up fields and trying to plant and trying to figure out where things go because we were slackers and we didn't do what we should have done in the winter.
And along with that, all week, did we post any videos? Because it's just been raining.
Oh, yeah. Well, I posted a video Monday and Tuesday.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
But I didn't post anything. Well, since it stopped raining, I had time when it wasn't raining. So I edited some stuff and did it then. So what you want to take a ride out on the tractor and I'll take this and we'll figure out where we're going to put everything.
Yeah, but we did plant some stuff. In New Jersey, you would have your peas in by now. We have some lettuce.
Our peas are done and our lettuce.
Because we'll have lettuce at the market soon. Just a small amount, and we're going to have a lot more lettuce to plant.
And there's stuff that comes back every year, like asparagus and strawberries. Like that stuff's all like hitting hard.
So we're ready for May.
We're ready, but we're not ready. That's what we should say.
We couldn't even get in the fields until today because of the rain.
Steve, I went and we rent well, you don't rent it. You just, wherever you buy your fertilizer, they give you the spreader to spread it. And I called the guy, and he wouldn't even rent us a spreader because he said everybody was getting them stuck in the fields. So that's coming today. Steve is picking up at 4 o'clock, and we can do a little video on that and show you how that works. Ready? So we want to do, this kind of goes on an angle. So you said you want cut flowers right here, the first couple rows. Do we want to divide this field like we did last year? So let's divide it down the middle. We'll do in the front, we'll do cut flowers and more lettuces and collards and kale right here. Because you got to cut them before we leave every day. So it might be nice to have them right back here. And then how about the back half? We do all peppers, tomatoes, eggplants.
Sounds good.
Would that be all right? But the hot peppers would end up back there near the bunny hutch.
Ooh.
Would that be too far?
How long will the flowers? Yeah. No, I guess it's going to have to work. They'll learn about crop rotation while they're here.
Yeah. Well, they could still walk through the other crops. People seem to not care what they're saying. Okay, so we're going to do... It's probably only going to be like 3 rows of cut flowers.
Yeah, because they're long.
And they're... and then we're going to do tomatoes, pepper.
Tomatoes are going up against the blueberries?
Starting here, going that way. Tomatoes, peppers, eggplant. Is that okay?
So eggplant will be in the front?
No, in the back. This is the lane right there.
I need to see the map.
This is the lane.
All right.
And the cut flowers are here. And in the back half of the cut flowers is the tomatoes, peppers, and eggplant going all the way across the field. And then up here next to the cut flowers, we're going to do kale.
We can do okra by your house.
Collards. That's a good idea.
Seems to live through anything.
Kale, collards, probably some lettuces. And then they'll, like where wedges up there, maybe we'll put the squash. And then we'll do more squash up there by the lima beans, between the lima beans and the strawberries. Can we do more, like drop some rows of squash in there?
Yeah, and then once these cut flowers are done, we could do more squash there, right?
Well, the cut flowers are going to go all summer. Like once the lettuces are done, that we'd have squash there and up front, and then we'd have more squash here. And we could do a couple rows of squash over where the pumpkins are going to go, because squash is done before the pumpkins start.
Oh, and I was talking about that space behind the fruit trees. Like, that's a decent amount of space.
Well, you want the cut flowers right there? Put squash over here?
No, I think they'd like to cut them in the field. What do you think, friends? Put in the comments. Would they like to come and cut them in the field with the other produce, they'd feel more like a farmer. What do you think?
Yeah, it kind of looks like it's in your backyard when it's
Maybe we should do big pumpkins in the backyard.
Okay.
And we'll keep an eye on them. Tell them why
I
we have
didn't
to
buy
keep
any
an eye on them. I think I got some big pumpkin seeds. I'll have to check.
I didn't buy any seed for that. Well, one, you have to plant them earlier than all the rest of the pumpkins. And two, as they're growing, they're the first ones that pop up because they're bigger. You planted them first. They're the first ones to come in. And the deer bite them all. And they don't just eat a pumpkin. They bite one bite out of each pumpkin all the way in the row. It drives you nuts.
And how many times have we tried, like we even covered them up with those yellow containers.
Yep. And they just always seem to get
It's like the great pumpkin caper comes at night or something.
Sure does. All right, well, here, you want to hold this and I'll start rototilling this up so we can plant the cut flower seed here tomorrow. And I'm
Here it is, the plan.
Half, right?
Yeah, I would. While she's going through the field, I have a ton of things to do, but I'm going to film a little bit for you. And I think I should go look for rocks, because this is where all the awesome rocks come up. But I don't know, I don't have much time for that. But this is where, when we're planting, we throw rocks to the side for my garden. We don't just grow crops here, we grow awesome rocks. If you noticed, she's not doing the whole field. Like what we discussed, we're going to do the flowers here. So it'll probably be, that would be 2 swipes right now. Probably go over to a 3rd. And this will be our cut flowers. If you remember from last year, we planted lettuce here. And then it was awesome because we were able to throw in some San Marzanos and some plum tomatoes. We grow Romas. And it was great. It worked out really well because people came and some picked their own, and it was so close to the sand that we would just come out and pop would come out. And it was like late August, even into September, we had like an abundance of plum tomatoes. And it was great because everyone was wanting to put up their salts at that point. So cut flowers, and like she said, will grow through the summer. So I don't know about getting a second crop in there, but that's always the goal, to use this land, you know, as much as you can without losing anything. So Steve went through, you can see what he's doing right now. Once she goes through, we will plant, and Steve went through and just, this area is where we were hunting Easter eggs. So if you remember from the Easter video that this was all, a cover crop was planted here. So it's a little rough, and we'll go through it and smooth it all out. And we'll actually have a lane, like where he's stopping will be a lane, and we'll be able to go through that truck to pick, or a tractor, or whatever we use to pick. So Anita's going to come up with that last swipe, and I'm walking around with a clipboard and a camera, and all I could think is my grandpa would, like, he passed away when I was 10 years old, and Anita was like 12. I think he would say, "What the hell are you doing?" But so I better get to work thinking of Grandpa, and Pop too. He would be like, "What you doing out there?" So Anita's going to work on this field, and I'm going to get in the greenhouse and seed up stuff, because we now have space, like stuff that isn't planted until later, like okra. We cannot plant okra until it's like warm for days, like mid 70s, 80s. So we're going to get all our okra seed planted, and I'm going to go do that now. So while Anita is getting the fields prepared to plant, I came over to the greenhouse. Anita's watered everything, and with a hot day like this, we don't have the shade cloth on yet. I don't know if anybody lives in New Jersey, you know that these past, yesterday and today, have been really hot. No reason for us to put the shade cloth on yet because it is still April. But if the sun keeps up like this, we're definitely going to have to put the shade cloth on in the greenhouse that has impatiens and, you know, any flowering flat that doesn't do well in the sun. But I don't know if you guys seen this. We just did these 2 weeks ago. Our Swiss chart is like popping up away. I am losing all track of time. Like the days are just blending together. And that's why I said, wait, did we put any videos up? I definitely watched those 2 videos, but I don't know, this week flew, and we just been dealing with the rain and planting and, you know, working in the greenhouse and trying to get cleaned up, because along with all that rain, everything is growing, including the grass. So we've been trying to keep on top of the grass too. But zucchini is popping up here for us, and anybody ever have a school project where you want to throw some seed in? Cucumbers are always a good one because they pop up within 5 days. You'll see something from them. So it's a fast seed. If you're ever working on a project and want to just get something going fast, that is always a good one. So we got to get hangers on these. We looks like we transplanted almost everything. There's still some hot peppers here and some herbs, so I'm gonna do that, and I'll get the okra seed done as well. So I am going to put down this camera, and I remember I laugh when I say about the okra because that was one of the first things that I put on the GoPro and came out here and showed you how we do our okra seed. So it's pretty cool. Like we're for full circle right back to okra seeding again.